So today I'm back and I will be doing a video on this monster Venom figure. I got this maybe it had to be around May 27th or so probably. It was when school got out. But so didn't have any accessories or anything. It's huge. So, and it came in like a bigger box. Maybe you've seen like the Archangel figure that came out that I saw it at where did I see it? A Books A Million. Where it's got the bigger packaging, and I don't think it has the little peg thing that you hold it up on. So, it actually did come in two separate pieces. Probably can, yeah. But this back no, I'm not gonna mess with it. But the back side, there's a little line right there, maybe you can see it, but that runs down, and it came off separately. You can't see it when it's in packaging. I don't think you could see it when it was in packaging, but it is separate, so you clip it on. So this figure is really cool. I do wish it had like a closed mouth, so like a head, and this head does pop off kind of easily. I did it on accident a couple of times. It went right back on, and it's not loose at all or anything, but just trying to get it to look up and whatnot. So I wish it came with different head and different hands. So you get two open hands. One's more closed, one's more open. And I can still get my finger through there, just pinching a little bit. And then I'll have sometimes when I've got the arms a certain way, where this will come back more, where it separates. And you might have been able to see it there because it was doing it. But so that's kind of frustrating sometimes. And there's a little bit of difference between the main torso's coloration and this and its legs, where the main torso's like a little darker and this has like more of a bluish sort of look. So you do get a little bit of a color difference, but it doesn't look too bad. I do really like the color on this figure. It's sculpted pretty cool. All these veins are actually like textured, so you can feel them. The little pieces coming out, these are wiggly, sort of permeable. And then you get rotation in the arms. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like where you can feel it, like, I don't know how to describe it, but you can kind of feel it clicking, I guess, as you move it. You can move the wrist back a lot more than forward, and then all the way around. Same thing with the other wrist. This torso can snap forward, so you can lean like that. Snap back, so you can lean like that. Again, the clicking, it's double joints in the knees right here. You can twist the thigh all the way around. And you can twist this area like in the middle of the shin all the way around, which I didn't notice until I was doing this video. The ankle, it's pretty easy to move. It does, actually. It doesn't really turn around, but you can roll it. It can't really turn around, which is probably why you get this, like, shin rotation. The head can go kind of downward and then up, but sometimes when I put it up, it like pops off. It goes right back on. It's not a huge problem, but it just sometimes does that. This jaw is it's like it's about as permeable. I don't know if I'm even using that right. It's just a word that springs to mind. As this right here, it's not as solid as some of the solid plastic. So you do get the same thing with the tongue. It is more solid than the tendrils, whatnot. It's very beefy figure. It's not extremely tall. So if you take, there's this Spider-Man that I had from the movie. Maybe it is tall. So there's like the movie Spider-Man. Here you have Kevin Nash. He's a taller wrestler. Here's Magnum TA. He's could look up their height, but I don't. I'll look it up later. But Count Dooku. These figures, these Black Series, are always kind of small compared to all the other ones. And you get Super Friends, Green Lantern, a more modern Marvel Legend, Iron Man. This is Marvel Legends series, by the way. So he's about as tall as that. So he's not extremely tall, just very beefy. So that's about why his chest is probably about twice the width of Iron Man's. And his legs are about the same, like twice the width of Iron Man's leg. It's kind of hard to see. But, very cool figure. He can hold, if you put like this, he can hold up Spider-Man, and this hand you could use to grab legs and stuff, or maybe not. This figure's got bigger calves. So you grab legs with that hand, grab torsos with the other one. Oh, a good figure to compare him to is the Marvel Legends Thanos that came with Doctor Strange and Iron Man, the Mark 50. I've got that packaging right back there. So, another bigger figure. I don't have a Hulk, which would be the one I'd compare him to. So Thanos is a little taller, although Venom's got like sort of a hunch, like so his shoulders are about lined up with the top of his head. His head's just a little bit over. Whereas Thanos is standing straight up, Thanos is probably a head taller than this figure. Not nearly as wide or as thick. Although his legs seem to be bigger. It's kind of hard to see. But his legs seem to be bigger. And so, open palm versus slightly open palm of Thanos, he can pretty much hold it in his hand. So, it's cool. They scale up pretty well. I mean, they're the same line, but they are close to the same size. Thanos is definitely taller with not as much. This figure's so cool. With not as much mass. So, this figure I would recommend. Can't remember when it came out, because I didn't know about it until I got it. But it's a very cool looking figure. Again, the details on it with the logo stretches to the back, and the hands, and just these veins everywhere, even in his head. You can feel it. It might be hard to see. And I do like the blue navy paint, sort of. Only problem with it is it's, like I said, not on the torso. So, like, when you look at it, or light's messing with my eyes. It is, but this is more matte, whereas this is shinier. So it doesn't match up quite as well. You've also got good swivel there. Although it's kind of, you can see where it overlaps a bit. So, very cool figure. I definitely suggest it. And you can get more videos like this on SouthAtlantaWrestling.com, as well as food reviews and wrestling and comic book reviews.